This is 5 Minutes to Change Your Life. My name is Joanne Mallon. I'm an author and coach. I love helping people to make wee changes that make a massive difference in their lives. Give me 5 minutes of your time today. Just might change your life. Hey, what about you? So we have talked in the past about how to deal with stress, but what we haven't yet talked about is chronic stress and how to deal with that. Now, what even is chronic stress, you might be thinking? So chronic stress is the big, nasty brother of everyday stress. Everyday stress is just daily life. You know, deadlines, challenges, stuff going on that you have to deal with. It's not always going to floor you, and in fact, a wee bit of regular stress is no bad thing because it can help you become more resilient when the big stuff happens. Everyday stress is, on the whole, as I like to say, dealable withable. Chronic stress, on the other hand, is different. Chronic stress is defined as an ongoing, highly stressful situation that persists for an extended period of time. So it's when you're feeling pressurized on an ongoing basis that's not going away anytime soon. So this could be if you're ill, or you've got caring responsibilities, you might have relationship problems, maybe problems at work, house move, bereavement. It's going to be something that's happening in your life for a while, weeks, months, or even longer. And this is the problem with chronic stress, is that it's incredibly bad for both our physical and mental health, because when you're living with raised stress hormones for that extended period of time, this takes an enormous toll on the body. So as a minimum, you might start experiencing aches and pains or disrupted sleep. Worst case scenario, there are loads of major health conditions that can arise from chronic stress. And the difficulty with all this is that you might not be able to make that thing go away that's causing the chronic stress in the first place. You just might not have that choice. So what are we going to do here if we're living with a chronic stress situation and we want to cope with it better? Well, I've got 5 suggestions for you today. Number 1, you might not be able to change the whole picture, but if there's some part of it you can change, then do it. Start by acknowledging that it needs to change, because this will help you feel a wee bit more in control, and that in turn will help your stress levels. Number 2, get outside. Get out in nature. Give yourself just 1 minute of fresh air, deep breathing, and looking at something green. This will help you feel calm and will give those stress hormones a chance to settle down a wee bit. Number 3, repetitive physical movement will also help you feel calmer because it puts the body into a meditative state. So I'm talking about stuff like jigsaws, walking, running, sewing, knitting, arts and crafts generally. Really, really good for this. Doing Lego is another one. A few minutes in the evening doing any kind of repetitive, engaging task will give you a pause and a reset and help you to cope with your stressful situation the next day. Number 4, talk to someone, perhaps a professional, maybe your doctor, maybe a friend or a family member. It can be anonymous. There are many mental health crisis helplines all around the world right now, staffed by people who are trained to listen without judgment. So give them a call. I mean, what have you got to lose? You might as well. Number 5 is to put a bit of fun in your life. Something, anything that makes you smile. Podcasts, TV show, music, movement. We often treat these fun things like they're a bit frivolous, like they're the scoop of ice cream on the side that we should somehow feel guilty about indulging in. You know, people talk about guilty pleasures. What a crappy statement that is, and very unhelpful. Really, all of these fun and fulfilling things are the essential scaffolding that will hold you up when you're in a time of crisis. So I hope that was helpful to you. If you don't normally share these episodes, maybe consider sharing this one, because there'll be somebody amongst your friends and family who'll be experiencing chronic stress right now and maybe who could benefit. If you wanted to leave a rating or a review, that would be fantastic. I only noticed recently there was a whole bunch of ratings on Spotify, so that was delightful to see. And I am waving at you right now, Spotify people. Thank you very much. You can also buy me a coffee on Ko-fi. I'll include a link to that in the show notes. But let me know how you're getting on. Stay in touch. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.